It's that time of the week, guys. It's time for my weekly weigh-in. Let's have a little look to see how my week was. Hi guys, it's Angela here. Welcome back to my channel. So thank you for joining me on this video, which is my weekly weigh-in sessions. So how has my week gone? Well, last week I was working on two key areas, and that was to drink more water, increase my water intake from 2 to 3 litres of water a day, and I wanted to increase it to 3 to 4 litres, and also I wanted to move more. So how did I get on? Well, in terms of the water, every day I achieved 3 litres of water, so I was quite pleased with that, and it's something that I normally do, but the stretch to take it to 4 litres, if I'm honest, was a bit of a push. So I didn't quite manage to increase it to 4 litres, but I achieved 3 litres every day. I still want to push it forward to 4 litres, but I think I'm going to do it step by step. So maybe 3¼ bottles for a week, and then see how I go and increase that. Water is really important for my wellness journey. I really notice the difference when I don't have my water, and I've got my bottle of water here, always got water on hand. It's really important because when I don't have my water, I feel so tired. I feel really lethargic. I don't seem to have the energy. It also seems to increase my cravings. I know it's commonly said that the signals for thirst and hunger are very similar. So if you feel hungry, sometimes it could just be that you're thirsty. And I know that that's very true in my case, but also my cravings. If I have a craving for something sweet, something chocolatey, or even something salty, if I have some water, it tends to just take that edge off. And the other thing I've noticed with if I don't drink water is I get lots of dark circles. In the mornings, my eyes are sunken, and around here it gets very dark. And there they look kind of a bit dark now, but that's just my natural pigmentation, but it'll look even darker. So I do like to have my water. I drink plain water, plain tap water, and I also in the afternoons and evenings, especially in the summer, just love to fill it with ice with a slice of lemon. So I'm going to push a little bit more for that water this week. The other thing that I've been working on is moving. And in my normal day-to-day activity, due to the nature of my job, I tend to move quite a lot. I'm up and about and I'm active. So since lockdown, I've not been active like so many people. I've been staying at home. So I've not been active. And this week, my goal was to really increase my activity levels, to get me moving a little bit more. All of that with the aid of getting me out of plateau and to see a weight loss result this week. So with those two things, I've managed to increase my walking, did a couple of days of walking around my local beauty spot. and I've also been out in the garden. So on that score, it's been a successful week. I have achieved the two things that I set out to achieve. I feel absolutely fantastic this week. I feel really well. I still have all the aches and pains, all the ailments that I generally suffer with. Stiffness in my shoulders, in my arms, in my legs, in my hips. I still have all of those challenges and problems, but I feel so much better. And I think it's emotionally I feel well. I've definitely been sleeping so much better this past week, and I think that's because I've really been working on my nutrition and my food intake. um and who knows, maybe that has been a cause as to why I've been feeling better. A few weeks ago in lockdown, I was suffering from terrible nightmares and really weird dreams and high levels of anxiety. And I put it down to lockdown. But last week, I didn't feel as bad as I had been. I've been feeling so much better. And I really believe that's because I'm eating so much better. And I'm moving more, releasing my stress, being mindful, being out in the air, going for walks, bringing down my stress levels. So that's really helped. Something else that I've been doing is I try not to eat after 6 o'clock. It's just something that I read up on in a book that I'm reading. And it's a modified form of intermittent fasting. And there's lots of videos and articles and blogs and information out there about intermittent fasting. And whilst I've looked at it, I've thought it's not quite for me. I don't think I could just eat between a certain period of time and be really restrictive, so it's not for me. But something that I have taken away from intermittent fasting is the theory that your body needs time for food to properly digest and also to burn the fat that it's stored. So having read up about it, I thought the one thing I could try is to eat all my meals before 6 in the evening, and after 6 o'clock, again, only drinking water. And I've been doing that now for a good couple of weeks. What I have noticed is that when I wake up in the mornings, I'm not as bloated. And I think that's because my body has had time to properly digest the food that I've consumed. And also, when I turn over in bed, it's not as challenging because my belly isn't as full. And I also think I have no evidence, but I also think personally, for me, that has also helped me to sleep better at night. So those are a couple of things that I've done to help me on my personal journey. I feel much more energized this week. I feel lighter, and I even feel trimmer around the waist. And interestingly, I put this dress on this morning and I was surprised at how loose it was around the front. It was hanging. So, I just felt there was more room in my dress. So I'm really pleased. I've had lots of really good quality meals this week. and I've really enjoyed them. So yes, all around it's been a really good week. I've eaten well. I've reduced my snacking because I've had such good quality meals and good quantities to keep me satisfied. So I've really enjoyed that, and it's new for me because I'm a snacker. I'm a really big snacker, always grabbing a biscuit or a bag of crisps or something. So I've stuck to 3 good quality meals this week with lots of fruit in between and lots of water, and increased my movement. So yeah, all round it's been a really good week for me, and I'm really pleased with my efforts. So I'm going to do my weigh in now, and I'll let you know the results in just a moment. So guys, I've just done my weigh in, and my result is that I've stayed the same. How do I feel about that? I would, if I'm totally honest, I would have liked to have seen at least a pound loss for my efforts. I would have liked to have seen that. But in saying that, I started my wellness journey not just for weight loss. Weight loss for me is a major bonus, but I'd started this journey because I wanted to feel better within myself. I wanted my mental health to be improved. I wanted my physical health to be improved. I didn't want to feel sluggish and have low self-confidence and low self-esteem anymore. I wanted to banish that. And the past 18 months or so has seen my health improve, and my sleeping improve, my nutrition improve, and me feeling so much better about myself. So on that score, I am delighted. I'm delighted. Yes, I would have loved to have seen a loss. I know it's going to come, and I look at my non-scale victories, all the things that I've gained, all my benefits from eating healthier. I'm moving better. I'm getting out in the garden a bit more. I'm being more mindful, and I feel good. So yes, I would have liked to have had a loss, because this is a couple of weeks now that I've plateaued, but I'm grateful that I've not put on weight. So for me, that's a real positive. I know lots of people, my family, my friends, my neighbours, they're all saying how much weight they've put on during lockdown, and I've not put on any weight. I've maintained. Yes, I would have loved a loss, but I've maintained. So for me, it's a benefit. It's a real benefit. And am I happy with that? Yes, I'm happy with that, but I would have preferred a loss. A couple of things that I'm going to do this week is number one, I'm going to reduce the amount of cooked meats and ham that I eat. Now, I post my meals on Connect, WW Connect, Instagram, and my Facebook page. And if you're not on those pages, please feel free to join me. So I was messaged by someone yesterday, someone that I know really well, that I love very dearly, and they highlighted for me the fact that I was eating a lot of red meat and ham. And in my head, I was like, no, I don't eat that much. probably once a week or so. So I then thought about it and had a look at my Facebook and Instagram posts, and I was really surprised. I was really shocked that actually I do eat a lot of ham. And I probably have this about 2 or 3 times or more a week. Now, a couple of things there. One, I just found that because I post regularly, I could look back and I've got that record of my meals, so it's useful for me to analyze what I am actually eating and make any adjustments if necessary. So that's a great tip for you if you want to really start analyzing your meals. Take some photos, and even if you don't post those photos anyway, and you just keep them on your phone, it's really useful to sort of look back and see what type of things you're eating that day or that week or for a period of time. So I did that, and I was really surprised at how much ham I'm eating. And the reason I say that I'm going to reduce my ham is because of the salt content in it. Things like ham has a lot of salt, and salt in the body means that you can retain fluids. Also, in my general cooking, the other thing that I noticed was I use a lot of spices, and I use packet spices or bottled spices, you know, the ones that you can buy, and those often contain lots of salt as well. So I'm having salt in my meat, I'm adding salt in my food. The one thing I don't do is I don't add extra salt when I've cooked my food. I don't do that. All my salt content is put in with the cooking. Not unless it's something like eggs and I'm sprinkling a bit of salt and pepper on the top. But I notice that generally I eat and consume a lot of salt, either added to my cooking or within processed foods. And I know that that can help you to retain fluids, and fluid that's retained in the body can weigh heavy on the scales. So that's something that I'm going to do this week. I'm going to be a bit more conscious of my salt intake and work to reduce that. The other thing that I'm going to do this week that I'm going to work on is the amount of fruits that I eat. Now, I love my fruits, and I'm very conscious of the fact that just because on the weight loss program that I'm following, fruits is 0, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have calories in it. So I'm going to stick with more the berries, raspberries, strawberries, blueberries and blackberries, and I'm going to focus on those more and go for a handful of each of those rather than half the packet. And the fruits that I'm going to reduce is bananas. I absolutely love bananas. And again, whilst they are 0 points on the program that I'm following, it does contain calories. And a average sized banana can contain anything between 100 and 150 calories, compared to something like a portion of strawberries or blueberries, which may be only 20 or 30. So I am very conscious of that. So I'm going to reduce the amount that I have from about 5 or 6 a week to maybe 1 or 2. So those are the things that I'm going to work on this week in order to, again, push my weight out of plateau and get me moving again. So those are the things that I'm going to focus on this week in terms of my meals. Is I'm going to reduce my salt content and reduce the amount of ham that I have. And I'm going to use less spices because they contain lots of salt as well. So I'm going to focus on that this week, as well as focus on having handfuls of fresh fruits, raspberries, blueberries, berry, all those berries, and reduce the amount of bananas that I have. I'm also going to continue drinking my water. 3 litres is comfortable for me, but I'm going to try and push that a little bit more to 3¼ litres to see how I get on. And I'm going to continue with my activity and my movement. So I'm going to get out walking a couple of days a week, garden, get out into my garden and do some tidying up, and weeding, planting. I'm also going to try Tai Chi. This is something that had been recommended to me, particularly for my joint mobility. So I'm going to try doing some Tai Chi this week to get my movement increased a little bit. So by increasing my movement, I could get that calorific deficit, because I am sticking to my plan. I am staying within my eating point range. I'm not going over. So I am eating sensibly, and that's why I'm maintaining. But now I need to just create that calorific deficit to get my weight moving again. So guys, that is my weigh-in weekly results. I hope you found something of value, some tips that maybe you can use, and I hope you have a successful week. So let me know how you get on. Please leave a comment below. Share your results. Let me know how you're doing, what your week has been like, and anything that you're working on this week. Okay guys, thanks for being with me, and I'll see you next week. Have a fabulous week. See you soon. Thank you for being here, guys. I hope you found my video of value to you. I really appreciate your support on my wellness and weight loss journey. Thank you for being part of my community. Yeah, yeah, oh, oh, yeah, yeah.